feet of swimming space. So I'm going to undo that. Undo that. Let's try to make this a more gentle incline. So I'm actually going to push the land right here and then try to smooth it out. So that should be a more gentle slope for them to get in the water. Okay, it does not look like the amount that I made it deeper did not really help with the swimming area. We got an extra 10 square feet. Let's check their heat map. Okay. Okay, the guest think tickets are underpriced again. So this time I'm going to put it up to 22 and 17. There's a lot of people watching the Jaguar. Look at that. Yeah, I wonder if the habitats actually have a popularity boost when they're first open. Let's also think about the terrain in here. So it looks like they want more soil. Um, okay, yeah, they need a bit more soil. And then I do want to put some soil here around the pond. Maybe underneath this thing. And then they actually need more long grass. So let's go ahead and paint some of the long grass in. And we can get some more long grass over here. Okay. So that is good for their terrain. And let's also put some plants in here. So maybe one of these Brazil nut trees. Let's see how big they are. Yeah, I think I'll go with this smaller one actually. Let's put that in there. Yeah. And then maybe I would think about putting another tree back here, but maybe we get one of these African oil palms. And then maybe I think another one over here would look nice. I don't know, that's kind of a lot of palm trees right there. So maybe I'll move this to the other side actually. Okay. That looks all right. And then let's see. Well, they do have water in here, so maybe we do one of these mangrove trees. And we could actually get another one on that side, although it's a little close to the fence. So maybe we go with the smaller one. The Jaguar swimming. That's really cute. I do want to change this water color, I think, because I've been using the Everglade water like that. And we're going to need to put a water filter as well somewhere for this water area. Yeah, I should have looked more closely at the Zoopedia. I did not know the Jaguar needed a swimming area. Okay, our next challenge here is to increase the zoo reputation to 4 stars. And that will be easy to do if we just start doing some marketing. Okay, I'm just deciding where I want to put plants in here. Oh, oh, oh my goodness. Let's get maybe a big one, another big century plant. And then some of these cordyline flowers, plants. Yeah, actually, I wanted to put that over here. This habitat might be a little small for the jaguars. Let's maybe we can fit one of those little yellow trees over here. Okay, it got really dark. There we go. Let's just set this into the ground and then it looks like it fits pretty well right there. So that's nice. And maybe we could put another one over here. And then I kind of want to put one over here too. Yeah, I think so. Okay, let's see what else we can get. The tamarind tree. That might be good right there. Okay, one of the javelinas is going to inbreed. Let's get some of these bushes. So I think the bushes, the animals can actually walk through them, but the trees they can't. I mean, I guess that makes sense. The trees usually have a space around them where the animal can't walk. Okay, this exhibit or habitat is looking a little bit crowded already. I just want to get some of these lobster claws. And then we'll check the area for the animals because it's probably going to be even tighter than it was. Hit the medium one right there. And maybe I will move this back a little bit. Okay, it looks like I can go there. Maybe we'll put another one there. Oops. Yeah, okay. I think that looks okay. Let's find one of them and check their heat map. But first I'm gonna take care of this javelina. Okay, so it looks like a few of them need to go to the trade center. Okay. And then let's check how many javelinas are actually in storage. Yeah, I was trying to trade a couple of these as well. I don't know if they got sold. So probably, well, this one and then all the males we can release to the wild. Okay. Let's go ahead and check out the heat map over here. And our Jaguar is already expecting. Yeah, so we are a little under on their land area right now. Let me just see if there's anything that's really taken away from their space. Because maybe we should move that tree over there. That gives them a little more room. And then these century plants actually have like a big area around them where they can't walk. So I think I'll get rid of a few of the century plants. And they can actually climb this tree right in here in the front. Okay, let's see that again. Let's see their area now. So it's still 300 square feet under. Okay. If they get too unhappy later, maybe maybe we will move them to a different habitat. Um, they just, sorry, we could move them to a different habitat and put a different animal in here that takes less area. So I will think about doing that. I thought this was going to be a good size for the Jaguars, but it's always, once you put all the plants in, they have so little room anymore. It looks like their swimming area also went down. Maybe just get rid of that one. Okay. Well, we'll just keep an eye on them and see if they get too unhappy. Okay, this one's actually way back in the corner right here. Okay. Right now their welfare is at 96%. Before I forget now, let's go ahead and place the signs over here. Yeah, let's find those. And then align to surface. Let's get a sign up here. And then we'll put one on the other side. Yeah, I think, which side should it go on? I think over here. And then we can also put a couple of these speakers. Our Jaguar is about to have offspring. And one more speaker. We'll put it right there. Okay, it looks like we completed another challenge. Earn a yearly entrance ticket profit of $15,000. Now our next challenge here says to increase the Mexican red meat tarantula education rating to 4%. So what I like to do when it asks to increase the education rating on these exhibit animals is I actually put a speaker for the exhibit animal. So we can put a speaker right here, and then this will speak about the Mexican red meat tarantula, and that will increase the education rating for those. It looks like we finished some vet research for the spectacled bear. That's cool. Okay, my game is stuttering a little bit. Yeah. So let's just see where the speakers are in here. That all looks good. Yeah. I really do like how I laid out the paths in this zoo, and I like that it opens right into a plaza from the entrance because the paths are not crowded at all. In one of my zoos, the entrance path is just this wide, as wide as it is coming out of the entrance, and then I just drew that path into the zoo, basically. And that path is like so crowded with people that can't even move in that zoo. So I think this path situation is actually working out really nicely because there are people walking on all the paths and they are pretty spread out, all of them. Like they're using this middle path and the side paths here, which is very cool to see. And the plazas are nice and open, so yeah, I think it all looks good. Yeah, I might take notes from the zoo for future zoos that I build. I do like watching the people walk along this dirt path up the hill. I wasn't sure if they were going to actually use this, but they do. So, there's barely anyone looking at the giant anteater right now. Okay, let's check the Jaguars one more time. So their welfare now went down to 87%. It looks like their space is at 70%, and their swimming area is now in the red. Hmm. I'm just trying to think what might be a better animal to put inside this enclosure. Coyotes are definitely going to take more space. The ocelot doesn't need very much space at all. Let's actually check the ocelot. So for two of them, they can have 6,900 square feet. I don't know if I want to put the ocelots in here. I kind of want to do something more interesting with the ocelot enclosure. The raccoons, this could be a good exhibit for raccoons, actually. So we can have 5 raccoons, and they also need a water requirement, but it's less than the jaguars. So let's think about where else the jaguars could go, because maybe I could put the jaguars over here. This area is a little bit bigger. Um, I could also move the jaguars into this section because I think that this will be bigger as well. So let's go ahead and draw, yeah, let's go ahead and draw an exhibit for this area. And then also before I do that, I'm gonna think about the water treatment because we need to have water treatment somewhere in here that will cover this pond. And maybe we can put it behind this tree. Let's see. Okay, so that does cover that pond, and it will also cover whatever we put here. So that kind of works out perfectly. Let's go ahead and draw a path to this. Okay. Okay. Okay, now we can think about drawing the habitat in here. And yeah, every time I want the barriers, I click on the habitat button because I'm like, oh, I want to draw a habitat. So I click on the habitat, but I need to click on barriers. Um, yeah. I'm sorry. I was trying to be funny, but I don't think it was very funny. Like, oh, the habitat or the barriers, which one do I pick? I don't know. So let's just draw this in. You made me laugh. Okay, I'm glad, SJP. I'm glad you laughed. Okay, I'm gonna redraw this one. Yeah, let's put it a little closer to here. And I hope this is not ginormous, but let's just zoom out for a second. Yeah, I'm gonna try drawing it from this side actually. And this tree is a little in the way. So let's see. We can do this. Okay, I think this is looking good. Yeah, probably does not need to be this close to the plaza here. So what I'm gonna do is get rid of these three. I think we'll just draw something straight across here. And then let's also get rid of that one and that one so we can make a nice curve right on the corner. Oh, interesting. I just got a friend request on Steam, I think. I'm not sure who that is. Okay. And actually I think I want to bring this in this way a little bit. So maybe if we turn the curve back on, we can do something more like this. Okay, so this looks kind of gigantic. It looks kind of gigantic. It's like bigger than the llama's habitat. Hmm. Well, anyways, let's put the door and see how big it is. So this is 17,000 square feet now, so that is bigger than the llama's habitat. So I don't know if I want to do the same thing here and kind of like split this in half again. What I would rather do actually is just change the shape of it. So probably from here up to here, we'll just redraw this section and we won't make it so big. Yeah, I think I'll change that one up too. Yeah, and let's make a nice curve on the corner. That should be a pretty good size. And then, maybe we can fit like a small habitat right here, possibly the ocelots. So I'm going to increase this to over 10 feet. Yeah, I think right there is good. And then let's put the do not climb, the climb proof barrier on it. Let's see how big this is. This is 10,000 square feet now. Let's just check how much space our Jaguars actually need. They need, looks like they need 10,000 square feet. So I'm thinking once again, this is not going to be big enough. Okay. Well, I thought it was too big before, but you know what I'm gonna do? I'm going to edit this barrier and, oops, I did not mean to do that. Let's take off this section and then we'll actually build their house extending out this way. So that will give them that extra room. Then we can still put something up here. Okay. I think I want this to be even taller, actually. I just like the look of a really tall barrier, especially for the big cats and stuff. Let's also put some viewing areas on here. So I think we'll do these three as a steel mesh. And then the other viewing area will be on this side. Do the steel mesh over there. Okay. I guess we have to build another Jaguar house. So here we go, plaster wall. Let's line this up. That should be good. And then we can make this pretty big. Yeah, maybe a 4x4. This one was 4x3, I think. And then maybe some shops or facilities could go in this area. So we'll use up all the space. Oh, that looks like it lined up perfectly with the barrier on that side too. Okay, I would like to use this archway. And then we'll make this a little bit taller again. Okay, let's pick a color. I guess I could just select the group here and just change the color on it, the whole group. So we've got orange, red, we've got a lot of green in that area. Blue's over there. What color haven't we used? Maybe it's time for the pink. Okay, that's kind of cute. Yeah, I do like it. This pink, I think I've already used on that building right back there. So we'll do this more purpley color. And I'm just trying to decide if I like the lighter one or the darker one, but maybe even the darker one. Right, let's go into roofs now. I think I'll go with the terracotta roof this time. That will look nice with the purple. And let's just check. Yeah, I haven't used this roof in a little while, so I think I meant to put this roof on the other way. Um, we could probably just rotate the whole thing and see which way looks better. Uh, okay, for some reason there's an extra tile there. Oops. Uh, okay, let's go into the group edit and then I think this will work. Grab this. Nope. Group edit. There we go. Okay, I do like it this way better. Okay, let's also get the triangle walls. That one's too tall. Here we go. So I tried to upload, well, I did upload, sorry, I'm saying two things at once. I uploaded a lot of buildings that I built here to my Steam workshop. And my point is that I wanted to upload this Javelina house to the workshop. But I can show you what I did here in my blueprints. It locked right here. It locked the whole, this is right behind my face, isn't it? But you can look at this one. It did the same thing. It locked the whole blueprint from me. So I can't even place this blueprint myself in my game. And there's no option to upload it, obviously. And the reason why it did that is because in here, I use these painted clay roof tiles, which I really like because these are the clay roof tiles, but they are red, like they're supposed to be. And you can change the color on them. For some reason, these roof tiles, like if I type in, I can type in painted clay here, nothing pops up. These roof tiles are somehow locked in my game. They're locked for me. But the a way I was able to get them is actually from this like plaster house because I placed this as a blueprint. This has the painted clay roof in it. So I just copied it out of there. But now that I try to make a blueprint with the painted clay roof, it's locked from me. And I can't place it because it has that roof, which is not in my game. Even though it is, because it's in the blueprints that are in my game. And I can place those. So I was able to upload everything else that I built to my Steam workshop, but not the Javelina house with the painted clay roof tiles. Let's get uh let's get all these pieces if we can. And spin that around. And I think this would actually be the perfect size for a window back here. So I'm going to use this window this time. Okay. And maybe we'll do that on the front as well. Okay, that looks pretty cute. Okay, once again, I forgot to put the things inside the house. So I'm gonna have to delete the roof. Here we go. Okay, this is still on Jaguar, so that's good. Let's spin this around. We'll put the water in there. We'll put the food in here. And then some leaves. I think I might have placed an extra one right here. I don't think so, actually. Okay, let's go ahead and copy these. Okay, and then we can draw in the null barrier here. Yeah, so let's go ahead and draw that. Let's actually just go this way and then move this corner out. Okay, now let's see how big this is. This is now 12,700 square feet, which I think will be the perfect size. Let's go ahead and move the Jaguars now. We'll move them over here. There's no path to destination once again. Okay, I did put a door on this one. There we go. Now it let me. Okay. So we get all these jaguars moved over into their new habitat, and then we can make a raccoon habitat where the jaguars used to be. Okay, looks like they're grabbing them right now. One of our javelinas just matured, so I'm gonna go check on these guys because we probably need to move some of them out. Yeah, looks like a few of them grew up. Okay. Uh, we need to clean the llama habitat again. Okay. Maybe the llamas are just dirty. I don't know. I've been having this problem with most of the habitats in my zoo, actually. Okay. Here are our jaguars. All of the babies are melanistic. Oh, they had 4 babies? Oh my goodness. No wonder they didn't have enough room. Wow. I don't think I've ever seen one of the big cats have 4 babies at once. Okay. Um, yeah, we'll just turn these off so that these notifications go away. And then later this will become the raccoon habitat. So let's just go ahead and name it raccoons. Okay, so first of all, we're gonna need a climbing structure. This one would be nice in here. I feel like they definitely have a lot more room in this one. So let's go ahead and put that right there, I think. So let's see how much space that gave them. Plenty of space, okay? And then we need 1,000 square feet of swimming area. So I think I will make a swimming pool right here for them. Let's make this kind of deep and then we'll flatten to foundation. Flatten to foundation there. Okay. So that it will be about that size. Maybe even bigger than that. I don't know. I don't want to get too close to the climbing structure. Let's smooth out the walls here. You really kind of tunneled this into the ground. Okay. Hopefully they can get into that somewhere. We can probably fill this up all the way though. And then on this climbing structure, I'm just gonna get rid of this pole because it's kind of floating over the water now. I don't know if I like that skinny pole at all, really. That one is pretty tall. Is there like a medium size? Maybe we could just fit that right there so it looks like it's still supported. Okay. Okay, let's see how much room they have this time. Okay, we're in the green on all three areas. Awesome. I'm going to try filling this up to this level. And then let's check the numbers. Okay, so that's not quite enough swimming space. But it gave them a little more of their land area, which I'm kind of worried about because we still have to put the plants in. So let's, first of all, get some donation bins out here for the people viewing the habitat. Oh, a lot of people coming this way. Yeah, a lot of people want to see the Jaguar. Okay, let's fix their terrain. So they want more soil. Here we go. So I'll paint the soil around their swimming pool again. And then probably under this climbing structure. Okay, I like that. And let's mix it up with some of the light soil. Just give it more texture. Cool. And then they do want a little bit more long grass. So that should be good if we paint that back there. Maybe just a little bit over here as well. Okay. I'm not so worried about the swimming area right now because at least it's yellow and not red, and the other two are green. And it looks like their space for their habitat area space, we're at 99%. The reason I don't want to change this and put more swimming area is because we're so close on this land area one, and we still have to put the plants in, which is kind of hard to believe considering we started with 12,000 square feet, right? And now we're down to 10,000 for the land area, I guess. Oh, we got a couple of these challenges. Yeah, I mean this whole habitat is 12,000 square feet. So, I kind of want the sun to come back up. Let's go ahead and place a couple more lamps since we just made this section. I should also check their traversable area to make sure they can't get out, but I don't think they can. Okay. I don't know what kind of lamps to put on this dirt path. I want to have something on it, but I don't want to put these big lampposts. Let's see. I have lamps. Yeah, I have lamps everywhere else, actually. Looks like we could use a couple down here. I thought the I thought this screen was spraying. It's actually the sprinkler behind it. I'm like, I thought it was spraying electricity, like it was broken. It's just the sprinkler. Okay, let's get another lamppost on this side. I mean, we could probably fit one in the middle as well. And then I'll put one on this little corner. Put one right about here. And one maybe there. And we'll get another one on the other side. Yeah, that's looking nice. And then let's do a few on this path. Okay, lamp there. Yeah, and I'm kind of like lining these up with the lamps behind them. So we'll get one over here. And the sun came back up. Okay. Okay, so let's put a few plants in here. So I think we'll get another Brazil nut tree. Let's just see. Maybe this medium-sized one can go over here. Yeah. Okay, I like that. And let's maybe not do too many trees this time, just so that they have more walking area. But I kind of want palm tree. And then I think a tamarind tree. So let's put that. And maybe we'll even go with a couple of the smaller ones. And maybe we just need one more back here. I really like to check out how my zoo looks from above, especially when I'm placing trees. Because I do like to consider the plan of the zoo, like the floor plan, I guess. It wouldn't really be called a floor plan because it's not a building, but for the whole zoo, it would just be a plan when you look straight down overhead. Uh, okay, a dangerous animal has escaped. I'm surprised that has not happened yet, actually. This always happens every time I stream Planet Zoo. Um, okay, so let's check out. Oh, we need to put toys in here too. Let's check out the traversable area like I meant to do. Looks like they can jump probably from this platform out there. So what if we just uh actually the symbol went away. I was just gonna say what if we just raise the barrier here? Because we could go up to like 12.5 feet. Okay, that does look like it fixed the problem. And it looks pretty nice how tall this wall is, I think. So I maybe want it even a little bit taller. Let's just see. Yeah, I like the look of that. Okay, let's go back to the habitat section and put some toys in here for them. And the fire hose ball, put that over there. The pumpkin, we'll get this little zebra. Uh, okay. Let's fit this over here. Scratching post, we can actually put that right on this climbing structure. And then let's also get a sprinkler Maybe we'll put that in those places. Okay. And I just put the sprinkler. I just put both the sprinklers in the climbing structure um, group. So let's see if we can select that and that and split from the group. Okay. I'm gonna check and make sure they can get to all those toys. It looks like they can. I like how they have this little shady spot underneath their climbing structure. That one was just eating the pumpkin. That's pretty cool. I like that. Okay, and then back to plants. I just saw that this tree is right in front of the door. I don't like to do that because I've had this issue before where I put a tree right in front of the door and then the zookeeper could not get into the habitat. I think that was a bigger tree though. So that probably would have been fine, but um let's get some of these. Put one under there. Maybe one over here. And then some by the house would look nice. Yeah, I'm just gonna undo that one. Let's also place the plumeria flowers. Instead of that one, I want that one to be the larger size. Maybe we'll do that over here. One over here. Let's go back to the medium size and we'll get one in there. And then some of these tree ferns would be good. Sometimes I just like to look through the window that the guests are seeing and kind of plan the out where to put the plants from there. Just to make kind of a nice perspective. Let's put one back there. Okay, that looks all right. And now, yeah, I want to do one more plant. Maybe we'll just go with these bushes. Those kind of fit nicely right underneath here. Let's see. I'm trying to get this maybe right there. Put one in the corner. One can go over here. Okay, and that looks kind of good, I think. They still have a lot of open space, so let's check one more time their terrain. Okay, so this is in the yellow now, and their swimming areas in the yellow. And over here, they're at 97%. Their welfare is 99% overall. And let's look at this, see if there's any trees that are kind of taking up a lot of space. I mean, this Brazil nut tree is. I did not realize they couldn't walk through these tree ferns. So maybe I'll get rid of a couple of those. Okay, it's a shame that they can't get over here. I don't think that would be because of the flowers. But they can't walk along this edge of their habitat at all. Let's just see how much room they have now. Yeah, so we're 100 square feet short, 150 maybe on that, and then about 50 square feet short on the swimming area. But their welfare is 99%, so I think we're doing okay. And there is 6 Jaguars in here currently, so those numbers should go back up once we take the babies out, once they mature. Our new challenge is to release a spectacled bear to the wild and increase the zoo reputation to 4 stars. So I have not done any marketing yet in this zoo. So maybe we do the TV commercials. And then I do like to do this divisive appeal, these sort of like viral videos and stuff. The viral videos. Yeah, let's do literally the viral videos. I forgot there was one called that. And let's just check our finances. Oh yeah, last year we made 63,000 and 2 years ago 40,000. So we have plenty of money to spend on marketing, and that should get more people into the zoo. That also immediately increases our zoo reputation. So we're at 4.5 stars now. Because that is one of the categories down here is the marketing category. So that would have been at 0. Now it's at 5 stars for marketing. Okay. Okay, I like the new Jaguar habitat a lot. That looks very nice. And look at all the babies in here. That's crazy. I got 4 melanistic baby Jaguars. This one now, I think we should move the raccoons in. But I just had the thought, let's put up the screens for the Jaguars. So we'll put a screen over here. And one on this side. And then let's also put the speakers. One there. And one here. Okay, and we'll turn these on. Okay, cool. One of our cougars is about to pass away. I want to check the power map. Okay. So we do have more power over here, but it looks like we're going to need another transformer soon. And the water map is covering both of our habitat water areas. Okay. So I think this would be a great place now to put our raccoons. Let's go check on this cougar. Oh, it got dark. Okay. I don't know. I was just about to say I might change the time that the zoo's open so it's not getting dark every day, but I do like seeing the lights and stuff glowing, and it actually looks really pretty right now in the early morning with the all the lamps sort of glowing there. So, let's clean the llama habitat. Let's see. It's been 0 months since they've been there. I think I will hire a couple more zookeepers. Oh, he's in there right now cleaning. Maybe it would just help if we have a couple more zookeepers and we did just add another habitat. So let's see, we have 16 zookeepers now. One of our educators has a high workload, so I'm going to hire a third educator. And then maybe I haven't really had a problem with the vets not doing their work. So even though they're all at a high workload, the vets. The security guard has a high workload. Let's get another security guard. And that looks okay. Okay. How many staff rooms do I have? I actually have 5 staff rooms. So it looks like this one here is high demand. But I do have another one over here, another one back here, so that works, I guess. This one is low demand. That's the one over here. Okay, well, that's just because we haven't built this area yet. And we finished the vet research. Okay, that's nice. And I just want to make sure we don't need to take any other animals out that are fighting. Oh, let's think about replacing our cougar, though. That just passed. So actually, I'm going to wait until this baby cougar grows up, and then I will get another female. Let's check on our monkeys. Yeah, so I just got a couple more male monkeys. We only had females in there. Okay, I'm just procrastinating putting the raccoons in. Let's go ahead and get the raccoons out of storage. Wrong section. Here we go. Um, oh yeah. Okay, we don't need these two guys. Let's release a few of these to the wild. And then look for raccoons. Okay, so we have let's check how many we have actually. There's quite a few babies, but then there's 4 adult females. So I just want 3 of the females and then we'll get 2 males and the babies, and then let's send all these to the raccoon habitat now. And then let's go ahead and purchase 2 male raccoons, or maybe just one. Let's see what there is. There's this guy. This guy is melanistic, so he's kind of cool looking. Yeah, I think I'll get him. Okay, so he will go to quarantine. He has a gold ribbon, which is very nice. While we're waiting for that, I kind of want to build another habitat area right here and just see how big it is. Maybe we need to change the angle slightly there. Let's go ahead and put a couple straight sections. And sometimes it lets me put the section halfway here, sometimes not. Anyways, let's also get a nice curve over here. Okay, I think that's even. We're gonna need a door for this one. This is kind of the prime viewing spot, right where I want to put this door. Maybe if we stick the door back here. And this is 4,478 square feet now. So we could probably fit an animal in there. Let's see how our raccoons are doing. Um, it looks like they need more short grass. The area is all right for them. It's actually great in here. So let's just paint a little more short grass in here. Okay, and that's actually good just like that. But we can get a bit more over on this side. And then some of these toys they're not going to be able to use, so let's go ahead and delete. We can put their sign up here. Yeah, let's delete the pumpkin. And let's just see what else is in here. That's not suitable. The fire hose ball. Uh, looks like maybe they can use that. This one is the ice block. That works. And then the cardboard box, I know they can use that. Oh, this does say no suitable species. Okay, let's go ahead and delete that one then. And then this is going to be no suitable species. Oh yeah, and then this thing, not suitable. Okay, let's just check, let's check one of the adults and see their traversable area. So I think we just left the, you know what, they're not going to be able to use this food tray. So let's get rid of that. And I think we just left the cardboard box and the block of ice. So those are the only two toys. And the sprinklers. Okay, our other raccoon passed quarantine. So we can move him. I almost put him in the anteater. So let's move him over here. And we'll get this sign to show raccoon. Let's get the speakers set up. And then let's also get some other toys and things for them. So now I'm gonna sort this to raccoon. I was debating whether to put raccoons in the zoo, but I had a lot of them in storage, and this habitat is just kind of a perfect size for them and everything. So they can use the rubber duck. Maybe we'll put that in there. And then this slow feeder we'll get back there. The ball, the roller feeder. Let's get the ice ball. And that looks like that's it. For their food now, they need this bowl, the food bowl. So let's go ahead and put that in there. Okay, I think this habitat should be perfect for them now. Let's check. It looks like they actually need more food enrichment. I was looking at something somewhere where it showed like a number for their food enrichment. Maybe it was in this enrichment category. So we need maybe another slow feeder and another roller feeder. Let's go ahead and put another slow feeder back there, and then the roller feeder we'll put over here. Now let's see. This guy's swimming. Oh yeah, let's rename him. We can just call him Trevor. Because he didn't really have a name. He was just TR. Enrichment tab. Yeah, so that's actually enough food enrichment for them. And then they need more toy enrichment, it looks like. So we could give them like another cardboard box. And I think this just has to do mostly with the number of animals that are in here. Like if there's a lot of raccoons, they're going to need more of these enrichment items. So let's see that now. Enrichment. Oh, interesting. That only increased their toy enrichment by 5 to add another cardboard box. Hmm. Okay. I don't know what to do about that then. The food enrichment did increase by the right amount, so uh let's check their overall welfare. That's looking a lot better. It's at 94%. There's also a category here for the interspecies bonus, which I think they can only interact with the skunk. I don't want to put skunks in here. Their toy enrichment's at 75%, so I guess we're doing all right. Okay, I'm going to take a break now, and when I come back, we will try to find an animal that can fit in this very small habitat, some kind of small animal. So I'll see you guys in a second. Be right back. Hi guys, I'm back. Okay. So let me just check my notes here. Um the two smallest animals that I have on my list here are the armadillo and the ocelot. The coyote is going to need a lot of space, and then the capuchin monkeys with the capybara also need a lot of space. I was thinking about putting coyotes back here, and I will find somewhere to put the capuchin monkeys, I guess. So, what did I say? Armadillos and then ocelot. So for two of these guys, they need 2,000 square feet. And I'm pretty sure the armadillo can shelter in the burrow. Ocelot, it looks like for two of them, they're going to need a bit more space. So I'm just not sure if I want to put armadillos here. They don't seem like a very tropical animal, even though they are one of the animals that live in this area. If we look at the Zoopedia again, the armadillo lives in tropical areas. It actually covers a pretty big area here. So that's interesting. Let's just look at the list here. Maybe there's something else that I want to put in. I'm going to turn the filters off. Maybe we will sort just for tropical animals only. So we could put like a tortoise. Those usually don't take much space. Hmm. I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if I want to put any animal here. I'm gonna check my list one more time. Um, I kind of would like to build a spectacled caiman habitat. Maybe I will just build a habitat back here and see how large this area is. Let's start back here. Okay, that got a little bit crooked here. Okay. It always takes me a second to build these habitats because I don't like when that fence gets crooked. This is going to be pretty big. I'm guessing over 30,000 square feet for this one. And let's go ahead and avoid this tree. So I'll probably just curve it right here. Okay. And we'll put the door back here. There's a keeper hut in that building, so that's pretty close by. And this is now 39,000 square feet, so almost 40,000 square feet right here. I think we could chop off a large chunk of this. Let's go ahead and we'll delete the paths and the barriers here, and I'll just get rid of both of these. So let's try this again. We'll get rid of a couple pieces. And maybe if we build it kind of straight across like this. Okay, I'm also going to change where this path is. So we'll just get rid of this. Let's go ahead and start the path over here, and we can draw it in. And now let's see the size of this. 27,000 square feet for that. Yeah, I might go ahead and move this a little bit over to about there. And let's take a look at the coyotes requirements. So we'll check how much room we need for 12. 23,000 square feet. So I think this plus a shelter house that we can build on this side here, that will be a good space for the coyotes. So I'm going to go ahead and label this for coyotes. And I was thinking about maybe adding some more bears. The other bears aren't really tropical. Let's just get rid of our filters and see how many bears. So we have the black bear, which lives over there in Asia. That one is actually a tropical bear. Probably not the polar bear. Maybe, well, that's also the Himalayan brown bear is also taiga and tundra biomes. The grizzly bear does include temperate, so maybe the black bear would be a good one to add. I'm gonna add that to my notes. Because I think the bears, it might be a good idea to put the bears right here. I don't even know how to fill up all this space that I made. I made all these paths and whatnot, but I don't know how big I was planning this zoo to be because I don't know what I was gonna put in all these spots. I kind of would like to put the capuchin monkeys and the capybara right here. So let's go back to barriers. And we'll draw something on the front of this path. Let's go ahead and curve that this way. And maybe even a tighter curve. Okay, let's try this. Let's see, actually. I don't think I want that to be at that angle, actually. Let's go ahead and curve it tighter, like this. And then let's just see. Yeah, I'm gonna build it from this side now. Okay, I'm not sure I like this, but let's just see it. Yeah, I think this could come out more like this direction. So let's curve it right here. And then we'll draw it this way. We can do a little bit of a curve here. Okay, that's kind of the shape I wanted. Let's go ahead and put the door on this side, I think. And we'll draw a little path for this. That's gonna be, it looks like it's too close to this other path. But I want it to connect to that path, so, okay, there we go. That is also a huge habitat. But a lot of these capybara can fit in one habitat. There can be up to 20. So for 20 capybara, we need 12,800 square feet, and they need 3,000 square feet of water. So that's going to be 16,000 square feet, basically. This is now 20,000 square feet. So this, I think, will actually be a good size. And we'll call this capuchin and capybara. So they will go there. And I kind of want to plan out a couple more big habitats. So we still have the spectacled caiman, the ocelot. I don't know if I'm gonna do armadillos actually. I was gonna do them because they're native to this area, but it just seems like a weird animal to put in this zoo actually. So let me try to draw the black bear habitat next. We'll just kind of plan out a few habitats, and that way we can come back in and just create these habitats. I'm not really sold on this path here. There are people walking on it, but I kind of think it would make sense to kind of reserve this spot for more staff facilities. Maybe if we just, uh, yeah, I don't know. I don't know if it's gonna have like a negative impact on the guests if I put the staff facilities in here and then they're walking on this path. let's figure out where to put the transformer. Because we kind of need one right in the middle here. To cover this, it's got to be like more up this way. Or we could put one over on this side. And then maybe, let's get one back here first. So I'm going to add it to this group so it can go right there. And then we need another one. It's really got to be like right in the middle of this habitat. I think we'll be okay actually if I put it over here. Let's just kind of make sure this is far enough away from the path. And actually, I'm going to check this red circle. So we'll put that kind of right in the middle of these two paths. And then let's draw a path for this. I think that looks fine. So maybe actually the entrance for this habitat should actually be on the other side. Okay, I almost clicked on habitats again, but I stopped myself and I clicked on barrier. So let's go ahead and put that there. And then we'll get rid of that. Okay, I think that works a little bit better. My headphones are sliding off again. I can't make them any tighter. They're actually already on the tightest setting. And it probably deleted the name there, so let's type that in again. Maybe I'm gonna duplicate this restroom because I think there should be a restroom right here. And let's just line that up a little bit. And then there is a restroom right around here. So there should probably be another one over on this side. Uh, maybe even down here. Oops, I deleted it. Okay. Try that again. We can put it right here at the entrance to this plaza. And then I'm kind of thinking there should be another one here. And that will kind of hide the wind turbine and stuff that's back there. So if we just look at our buildings, why is this red? It must be because there's no vendor in it. Guest facilities. I wish there was like more detailed highlighting here. I want to see where the restrooms are and then the food and the drinks and everything. Brain Daniel 6 says, Yo, friend, I'm enjoying your stream and love your content. Would love to join your community. Well, thanks, Daniel. And support you as a fan. Kindly add me on Discord. For sure, Daniel. There is a link to my Discord. There's a link to my Discord down in my panels if you want to join my Discord. And thank you so much for thank you for the follow and thank you for being a fan. I'm going to click play here for a second. We need to clean the llama's habitat once again. This is a good spot for a habitat right here. Why is this animal in a box? Oh, that was weird. I'm just trying to plan a couple things out here. Just plan out the zoo a little more. I think most of the animals that I have left are going to need larger habitats, but I'm just seeing a lot of little spaces like this one. A little space over here. This one's a pretty good size. That's like, this is kind of an awkward shape, but maybe I could fit two kind of medium-sized habitats right there. And then I was thinking two habitats in the back up here, which I would kind of like to do bears for both of those. I'm going to take another look at the animal list. It might be cool to have some African animals in the zoo. I think that probably the Galapagos tortoise would make sense. Maybe this guy, the Coquerel savaka. He's native to Madagascar. But I would like to have some more little monkeys. And then maybe another big cat. I don't know if I want to do like the Bengal tiger. The siamangs would be kind of cool because they're a little bit of a smaller primate. Yeah, so let's just check on the black bear here. If I can click on it. So for two of those need 12,000 square feet approximately. And this one, just to check right here, is 27,000 square feet. So maybe we will put the black bears on this corner. Okay, let's build this habitat here. And it can curve around this way. And then it probably doesn't even need to be that big because it's going to be kind of long. So let's actually, let's keep that going straight across like that. And then we will build something like this, just to split it in half. Okay, and let's see where we're aiming for. Yeah, maybe something like this. We'll do it kind of long and skinny. Oops, here we go. Okay, that looks good. This corner got a little wonky, so let's try that again. We'll just do it like that. And then let's go ahead and assume the habitat door will be on the back here. This is now 12,400 square feet. So this could actually be a little bit bigger for the black bears. So I'm actually going to, I like this angle and everything that we've got. I'm going to grab this much of it and drag it out. Maybe to right there. And then these extra long pieces that I made, I'm just going to redraw those. Yeah, so let's go ahead and remove that piece. We'll draw it back in. So this is now 15,000 square feet. I think this is a great size for the pears. Let's go ahead and label this as black bears. And then we could do something similar on the other side for possibly another bear. I'm gonna draw a habitat over here and just see how big this one is. Okay, so we'll draw it up this way, around here. Okay, here we go. And one more curve, maybe two more curves. We'll draw this down here, and then we should be able to finish that. Let's actually try it from this side. So we get, yeah, that looks a bit better. These pieces are not entirely straight. Okay, that looks all right. We can put the habitat door over here for this one. And this one now is 18,000 square feet. So this might also be a good size for a bear. I don't know why I keep saying we're going to put a bear here and a bear there and a bear here. We're going to put a bear everywhere. But just have bears on the brain. Okay, I'm getting ready to wrap this up. I think we did some good work today. We added the jaguar habitat, of course, and we have now 6 jaguars in here. And then we put the raccoons in the old jaguar habitat that was not big enough for them. The raccoons are loving it. And doesn't seem like we did a lot, but I think we did. We also did a lot of planning out here. So I think that's all looking good. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you all, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.